my name is Luke, and this is my Ironman. After burning out GP farming on my mains on both Runescapes, I decided it's finally time for me to try an Ironman account. For those unaware, Ironman's a restricted account type that doesn't allow me to trade with other players, use the Grand Exchange, or interact with microtransactions in any way. With me being the type of player that would never farm their own resources and always rely on buying supplies from other players, and with my current long-term goal being to complete all the quests, this is going to be a whole new experience for me. Just as a disclaimer, I played on this account for a little over 2 weeks before realizing my microphone wasn't recording at all, so I'm going to do some post-commentary, get everyone caught up. Alright, so now that my character is made and my interface is all set up, I went ahead and completed all the starter challenges: basic wood cutting, fishing, mining, fire making, fletching, cooking, and crafting. This gave me the ability to start getting actual daily challenges to stay on top of, so I crafted some basic magic gear, turned those in, and went off questing. Like I said in the intro, one of my main goals is going to be to get a Questcape down the line, so let's get a big head start on that. To get us started, I ran just south to White Wolf Mountain, completed the 2 Christmas quests, Violet is Blue 1 and 2. I put those first 3 lamps into farming, while I held on to the next 3 until I completed Druidic Ritual, so I can use them on Herblore. This brought me up to 16 farming and 29 Herblore. I then went and quickly got 5 agility at the Birthorpe course and unlocked Surge, which is going to help me get around the map a lot quicker. It was then time for my first cache of the account, which would be my main way of training divination for the foreseeable future. Completed 2 of those for 20 divination and my first outfit piece. Grabbed a couple of the lodestones that helped me get around. Helped the sculptor build a couple statues, and since I was already in the area, I went ahead and completed the Pride event, which gave me some cosmetics. I then had my first combat encounter and got some starter weapons from the Blood Pack, and helped the chef bake a cake and cook's assistant. It was then time for my first wilderness event, which happened on the hour every hour, most of which I currently cannot do, but I'm going to try to take advantage and complete them whenever I'm able. After that, I went over to the dig site, completed the archaeology tutorial for the free 500 hit points boost, and became an intern. I then took the boat over to Anachronia, started work on the base camp, I did my weekly Herby Werby for 30 Herblore, and on the topic of weeklies, I also got the circus done, which gave me a couple ranged, agility, and magic levels. And while I was in the area, I went ahead and started the necromancy tutorial and got that starting quest done, but I'm not quite looking to start combat yet, so let's head back to questing. Completed Gertrude's cat and started raising the kitten, while I did Death's Plateau, Let Them Eat Pie, Wolf Whistle, Restless Ghost, Mists of the Whitelands, Ernest the Chicken, Swept Away, and after somehow dying to a 20-year-old quest boss, Vampire Slayer. I also completed the Varrock History Museum for 9 Slayer and 15 Hunter, then went over to the Wizard's Tower to complete Imp Catcher, Rune Mysteries, Rune Memories, and got my first reward for getting 25 quest points from May's Quest Shop. That gave me 250k and a fortunate component for invention later on. I started New Foundations and helped Bill clear out some of the zombies from the fort, but I won't be able to complete it until tomorrow once his shop restocks. There is Impressing the Locals and Pirate's Treasure complete. In between questing, the one thing I'm making sure to stay on top of is my 2 caches every single day. I want to avoid standard divination training for as long as possible. There's a Shadow over Ashdale and Once Upon a Slime completed. Something I've noticed so far is even the quests with very little or even easy combat are giving me trouble. I'm going to head over to the magic shop, stock up on some gear and runes, and train on trolls for a little bit. There's 30 magic, should be good enough for a while. 45 divination, and all the way to 40 construction just by building the walls on my fort. I also had a ton of AFK time while I did some work on my laptop, so 61 rune crafting, which is actually the highest quest requirement I'm going to need for this skill, so I can basically ignore rune crafting for a long while. And the next day rolled around, so I was able to complete New Foundations, which gives me access to the building and upgrading of Fort Farinthry, and 50 construction. There's 20 Hunter from a Wildy event, Song from the Depths completed, which will give me access to the Queen Black Dragon later down the line. Took down the Demon Delrith and Demon Slayer. And there's 50 Divination, which also got me my final outfit piece. Now with the whole set, I get a 6% XP boost anytime I'm training Divination, with the exception of caches. There's Foreshadowing, Flashback, Fortunes, and Finale mini-quests all completed, which allowed me to finish Once Upon a Time in Gielinor. Shield of Arav completed, and went ahead and got the Dimensions of Disaster one taken care of too. I noticed I was getting close to the next quest milestone, so I went and got Death of Chivalry and Heartseeker, which got me to 50 quest points. That allowed me to get another 250k from May. And that's where I'm going to call it for today. Getting all the footage edited down for this video was quite the task, and something I'm going to hopefully get better at soon. There's about a week's worth of gameplay just in this one episode, and there are some things I left out, like the player-owned farm and Anachronia that I am working on in the background. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Honest feedback is always appreciated. If there's anything I could change to make the videos more enjoyable to watch, please let me know down below. And as always, a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye now.